Hi, it's Barbara, and it's such a joy and a pleasure to be here with you tonight to talk about a topic which is very close to my heart because I see many people struggling with that topic. And it's a topic which has become, you could say, has a shallow meaning. It's happiness. What makes us happy? Do we chase happiness all of the time? And are we happy while chasing that happiness? And I think before, because you would say, Barbara, well, I know what makes me happy. A good paying job, a good, like a cozy family, food on the table. And then it's not about, okay, what you say is a good job. Let's say a good job. That makes you happy. But what job is it? Is that job in alignment with fulfilling your purpose? And before chasing, chasing circumstances or things outside ourselves from which we think that will make me happy, let's first go deeper within ourselves and investigate. Because most people chase things which have been told to them that will make you happy. They have been told you need the college degree to be happy. You need that job title to be happy. You need a big house to be happy, a full family there to be happy. You need, like a very large bank account. And then that's your key to happiness. Well, I will tell you right away, that's a flat lie. We have been brainwashed with that. And that makes that everybody who has not, checked all of those boxes becomes depressed and becomes unhappy because they start comparing and they think, oh my God, that person has a better job, has a bigger title, has a bigger house. And what do we forget in all of those, you could say, mind, mind, fantasies, mad fantasies? What happens? We lose the connection with ourselves. We are completely disconnected. Before we go chasing happiness, because it's not about chasing happiness. If you would say, well, I want that job, then you have that job. And then you go, from one thing to the next thing. But what you forget in that journey is going first deep within yourselves and seek that connection with your soul self, you could say, with that higher self. And in getting quiet and listening to the whispers of your soul, you will get a very clearer direction about your life. Let me give you an analogy which can make things clear. Let's say you were born as a rose. It's an analogy that I use with many of my clients. You were born as a rose. But society says to be successful, you have to be a tulip. Only tulips are successful. They are the prettiest, the smartest, they have the most success, and there you are as a rose. What you start to do is to silence the roseness within you, that unique light that you are, because you listen to those outside voices who tell you how you should be. So instead of connecting with our uniqueness, instead of becoming and blossoming fully as a rose, you shrink and you think, oh my God, I'm not a tulip. I will never be successful. I will never be happy because I'm not a tulip, and only tulips. If you, check the boxes, if you are that and that and that, you are happy. So That is before chasing those, you could say, the happiness paradigm dictated by our society. Go inside. Maybe you were born as a painter, as an artist, and you had to study accountancy from your parents because, accountants make money and artists don't. But you, in that process, in listening to all those outside voices, maybe you say, well, I'm an accountant now, and my happiness lays in climbing the Mount Everest or lays in running a marathon. And maybe if you achieve that, you can have some short happiness from the achievement, but long term, you will go back to yourself in a misaligned life, because you go back to the accountancy office and you feel the pain deep inside you of not being able to share your gifts, your unique fragrance, and your unique self. And that's why so many people numb themselves. They go to a job they don't like, they come home, they numb themselves, whether it's with food, alcohol, drama on social media or TV, and they bury that light that they carry within them even more and more and more. And in the end, they completely forget that they ever carried the light. So, if there's something that I want you to recall about this broadcast tonight, it is to listen to yourself first. Socrates already told it thousands of years ago. Know thyself. It's about knowing thyself first. When you know what makes your heart sing, if you know what makes you, like your spark, what is your spark? Whether it's teaching, maybe you love cooking, maybe you're the best, like cookie baker, maybe you love numbers, and like accountancy is something for you. But silence the voices of all those people around you. Investigate the beliefs you hold about what is happiness and what is success. Happiness is about sharing your unique light with the world and knowing what it is that sparks your light. Once you know that, you get up in the morning, like in gratitude. If you are born to teach, you wake up in gratitude to see those children again, and to be able that you serve them. You you educate them for a part, and it's in fully alignment with who you are. So do not let others tell you how to live your life. Do not let others tell you what should make you happy. I think we can just drop the chasing of happiness, get in alignment with who we are, discover what it is that brings us joy, and go further in that. And maybe you say, well, Barbara, that's not very practical. I would love to be, let's say, a music teacher, but here I am in a kitchen cooking. There has to be, like food on the table, money on the bank. Yes, I'm a very practical woman. I always have been. And I have been in the same situation when I was doing something that was misaligned. And many years I didn't even know. I listened so much to everybody else. It was only with facing a stage 4 cancer and being told that I had only 6 more months to live that I was like, whoa, am I happy with my life? And the answer was no. The answer was no. But I had never thought. I thought I was living the life, like that we supposed to live. But I never investigated. So for years, I continued to run the business, which was in misalignment. And in the evenings and the weekends, I started following courses. I went to conferences so that I could switch. So it's not that you have to drop everything tonight, that you have to say goodbye to your wife, goodbye to your job, and go to an ashram in India. No, that's not the intention of, finding yourself. It is in gaining the insight. It's first of all clearing your head. What is it that you believe that is maybe just a belief and that is not truth? Have you been listening to what your peers were saying? Have you been listening to what your parents were saying? And you have come to believe it, that you are somebody else than you are. Or maybe it's the other way around. You believe that you need a certain amount of money or you need a certain job title to be someone. That's not true. You are someone. You are valuable just the way you are. You are valuable for being born. There is that light within you. The moment you reconnect with that light, the moment you know you carry the light within you, it's not about chasing lights and, like Fata Morganas outside you. It's about reconnecting, knowing that you are worthy and that you carry everything within you to make this life a wonderful experience, to explore this lifetime and see what is it that you came here to experience. Maybe it was, like you came to lighten up the world with paintings. You came to lighten up the world with singing. You came to lighten up the world with teachings. Whatever you feel that it's in alignment with you. And it's not always that easy. It's a process. It takes some time to really get in touch because there's a lot of layers which have covered that light. So you have to uncover layer by layer to find out who you truly are. And it's in that journey that you will experience fulfillment, that you will experience something that cannot be taken away from you. It will be a joy and a deep sense of happiness that is a part of you regardless of your circumstances. So if you get up in the morning and you know that you are born to teach, you go to the classroom, and even if the kids, they have a horrible day, still the undercurrent, you might get upset a little, but the undercurrent will be that deep fulfillment and happiness because you know you're in the right place. Even if the children are loud, they're not listening for a moment. You had like a bad sleep, but even then, the undercurrent will stay that of deep fulfillment and of happiness, regardless of, you could say, the little storms in life, because you know that the undercurrent, that you are completely in alignment with your journey, with what you came here to do, with your gifts, and you will start to shine that light more and more. And in shining your light, first of all, you will allow others, you will inspire others to walk the same path. You will inspire others to share their light in the same way and to maybe take a direction in their life which is not approved by their parents, which is not approved by their peers. But what is the disapproval or the rejection of the peers? Because I have lived that too. That's only a projection of their fear. When you start, you could say, living in the direction of your soul's purpose, some people, it will confront some people. And some people will maybe get upset and say that you're crazy. and say, like, you're a dreamer. Do not listen to them. They are projecting what their fears. It's for you, it takes courage. It takes courage, persistence, and just, like, keep moving. Keep moving. When you found that light within you, keep moving in the direction of the light. And nothing, there's really nothing more beautiful in this lifetime that when you have discovered the light within you, that you can share it. And that is how we illuminate the world, all of us, all those lights. Instead of, you could say, covering somebody else's light because your light was covered, and you start like gossiping and being negative about people, trying to cover their light because your light's covered. No, let it go. Go deep within yourself and connect with that soul self. Connect what makes your heart sing, and start from there. It's no chasing. There's nothing out there that is, like, where your happiness lies. It doesn't lay in the new car, maybe 4 or 5 minutes. It doesn't lay in running that marathon. It doesn't lay there. And of course, those things can add you to your joy. But first, there has to be the undercurrent, like being very steady, fully aligned with who you are and with your, you could say, with that spark. When that connection is there, then you can just start living from the inside out. And you do not need nothing to numb yourself. You do not need any, no, you can watch Netflix, but it's not like you need the Netflix to numb your thoughts because you went to a job that, like, you hate or you don't like, with toxic people around you. No. Once you get there, once you are brave enough to make different choices, maybe to take distance from that toxic friend, maybe to really think about deeply, like, is this job really for me? Is this the business that I want? Is this, and even if you're building your business, what is your why behind it? Is it to have some outside status so that people would say, oh, look at her, what a successful business owner? Or is it to share a part from you which you are so passionate about that you can only share it? It's too, like, it's too, you embody, you embody that completely. And that's why you started that business. Because let's say you are passionate about healthy cooking. That's what you embody. That's what you want to do. It's not to get the label, oh, she's a successful cook. Oh, she has a successful restaurant. No, it comes from the outside up. You want to serve people with the love you put in the food. You want to serve people or children with the love you put in the teaching. You want to serve people with the love you put, maybe you are an artist. You want to serve people, and it's all those sparks that you start shining in the world. And you can you see, if we would all be like that, how we would lift each other, how joyful we would go through life. There would be no comparing, there would be no jealousy, there would be no envy, because it would come from within you. You would not be starting to compare, like, oh my God, am I a better cook or a worse cook? No, it's about your uniqueness. You are unique in what you do. Cheer others, cheer them, support them, but cheer for their success. And the better you are aligned within yourself, the easier it gets to be cheerful for others, to support others, because you know that somebody else's success will never take away your success. It's something that is shared, it's something that grows. So that is, like, the main lesson tonight. Before, chasing outside you happiness before being desperate to have that perfect relationship, that perfect job or business. Go inside first. Check what is it within me that wants to, that seed within me that's want to blossom. Am I a rose? Am I a tulip? Am I an orchid? Am I an oak tree? What is it? And once, and silence the voices of outside. Do not let your mind interfere, even if, like your soul whispers, you are a rose. And the mind says, that doesn't make very much money being a rose. It's better to be a tulip. So silence that, because you don't know. You don't know that in sharing your spark with the world, what will happen, what opportunities you will get, what doors will open, unexpected doors, things that you never even thought were possible. So never ever let anyone tell you what it is that you have to do to be happy. Never ever let anyone tell you that you are not deserving of that happiness. Never ever let anyone tell you that you have to be different than your uniqueness, because it's your uniqueness that sparks the world. Never ever let anyone dim your light, ever. You are worthy. You are worthy for being born, and you are perfect the way you are, even with your imperfections. We are human. So human means a limited, you could say we have limited conditions. We are in the body. We have gravity. We cannot fly. But there's the spirit within us. And if we are connected with that, we can lighten up the world. So I hope this made sense for you. I hope you, most of all, my intention is to let you know that whatever situation you are in right now, you have everything within your power right now to make changes, even if it's small changes, and to start living in alignment with who you truly are and with that light within. So, well, yes, I almost forgot this. On November 30th, I will be having a masterclass. There will be a link in the comments. You can join that, and there for an hour, I will teach like the teachings, 4 ways to start strong in 2023. But not, it's about goal setting. It's about finding clarity and direction in your life, but we go very profound. We go in a way where you maybe haven't ever thought of, that your procrastination would come from, that your fears come from. So we go very deep into your essence. And starting from your essence, how can we go through life as this graceful presence, lighting up the world, and being that light, most of all being a light for ourselves too. So hopefully I will see you there and see you next week. Bye-bye.